but people were explaining the process to me. My co-author Brett Witter he did Monuments Men too, so he kind of knew. He was like, hey, but this might be potentially a movie, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And here we are.
Did you ever think Jake was going to play you?
No, no, not at all.
Jake, what was it for you initially that made you want to actually be a part of this movie?
I think, first of all, I think the sense of humor and the whole story. Jeff has a pretty incredible sense of humor, and through this story, which is really about being inspired to get stronger and get from a place that you never think you could ever get out of into the light, a sense of humor throughout all of it. Even while I was crying while I was reading the script, I was also laughing at some of these such funny lines, and I just fell in love with the world, and I really fell in love with the character, and I was just so moved and inspired by the time I got to the end of it. I was like, I have to try and be a part of this story.
Now, what was it like for you physically to actually shoot this? I mean, it looked like you even dropped weight for the role.
Yeah, Jeff was like, you were a little overweight before you played me.
Yeah,
No,
I'll have
you. For me, there was a lot. I mean, this is a half a physical movie. It's about, what happens to your body and how he learns how to walk again. This is a movie I always said was about learning how to take a few steps. Oftentimes we talk about, the story about someone doing something like extraordinary, and by extraordinary I mean something like, we would say like death-defying. And in this way, I feel like in a way it is. This story is the same. It's about taking that space in yourself where you don't think you can take one step further, and taking that step. And so all the physical parts of it, learning about how Jeff walks in his legs, learning about surgeries and how you rehabilitate, and all the pain that you go through to get stronger, was months and months of talking and research and preparation.
So were you there the whole time to kind of give a little knowledge on how to do things on set?
No, well, on set, I kind of just took a step back and let them do their work. There's so many on filming a movie. I realized that there's like 250 people involved and like semi trucks of stuff, and so I'm like, that's way I don't want to deal with that. So it's like a logistical nightmare even to get the set, and for people working, I didn't want to take away, but I did. I went to a couple sets and we were just joking around, but mainly we covered everything. We knew each other probably about a year and a half before we even started filming, so we were just working on stuff before that with David and John Polono and everybody in the office, and so it was just we had pretty much everything down, ready to film. So
now there was a message throughout the film that was said. It was Boston Strong. Now I want to know, what does that mean to both of you?
Well, for me, it's it was kind of like we had to find a way as a community, as a city, to cope with this tragedy, and what happened, it was devastating. It was like a low blow, and we didn't expect it, especially at the Boston Marathon. And I think that kind of saying kind of united everybody. It was like Boston Strong, and it was great. It was every time I see it now, I love it. I see tire covers when I come home, and it's everywhere in Boston still. So it's really amazing.